Hello everyone! Happy Friday! It's day 13 of the 100-day project challenge. I'm calling mine the craft challenge because I'm going to try to craft in some sort of way every day. So today I wanted to work in my Margarete Miller collage planner. Hadn't done that yet this week, and if I don't do it, I feel like I'm going to fall behind. So today, the prompts are, and I just have this covered, I have a couple personal notes up there. Something with a bit of pink, which I'm thinking about using some of this fabric. I have some other too. I've been working on a little thing for a couple of my granddaughters, and I had fabric laying here. A place, which I'm originally from Ohio. This is a barn in Delaware, Ohio that's very well known, and I just recently painted this picture. And what I did was I took a picture of my painting and then just printed it out on regular copy paper, shrunk it down, of course. So I'm going to use that. A piece of newspaper, which I thought I brought. What did I do with that? I did bring a piece of newspaper up. We have very little newspaper in the house. What newspaper we do have, my husband uses for our fireplace. I'll grab that. A form or portion, blank or filled. I grabbed this. Text other than English. I do have this, and I think this was gifted to me, I want to say by Rachel at Roxy Creations when I ordered a journal, but I could be wrong. This could have come from another Etsy provider. This is in German, and it is a newspaper, so I might be able to get away with using a portion of this for both of those prompts. And then the bonus is an art scrap. Yesterday, working in those little leather journals that I made, I had used some of my jelly prints. So I kept the scraps. I have the scraps from what I cut down for those little journals lying here, so I thought I would use those. And I'm going to put you... Hang on one second. It's just going to take me like 2 seconds to grab that other newspaper just in case I use any of it. Okay, I'm back. You can tell this newspaper is from January 15th of 2020. We don't get the newspaper delivered anymore just because you can get it online, and we just stopped getting it. I actually miss it because I used to do the crossword puzzle every day. But I wanted to grab that just in case I decide to use that in addition to some of that text that can count as my text other than English or my native language, which my native language, of course, is English. As poor as it is, it is English. So, with that being said, so I just sort of want to get my pieces over here. I sort of want to find out if I want to use any of this newspaper. I'll just sorry for the sound. Get that out of my way. So if I use any of it, it'll just be a small portion. Just so I have it and I can play with it. This. Just here. I really love the jelly prints. I am so glad I did that, and I can't wait to do that again. So, and then this text. So I sort of want to, I want my Ohio, I don't care if any of this in the background shows. And unfortunately, this is what I could find this morning. So I really don't, not crazy about the orange, but you can see. Now I'm just sort of placing, because I have a tendency to put things down and then I wish that I would have moved them around. I don't like where this is going. Don't want that. I can always tear that material. I like the way this looks next to this. I do know that. And I don't care if my whole page is covered either. What else do I have to do? Something with a bit of pink. Place. Form. Text. Art scrap. Okay, so if I fit the I've been hoarding this forever. I just don't want to. Maybe if I put this. Well, I'm going to tear into this. I don't really want to. Isn't that awful? Yeah, actually, I was going through papers this morning for journals, and I really need to get on Etsy and order some papers. Ugh, oh well. Made that decision for me, didn't it? Let's see, maybe. I wonder if I... Yeah, that would be good enough. I might tear this down. Boy, I know I've already said this, but I really, truly enjoyed making those little leather journals. And after I quit filming yesterday, I continued on so I could finish the other two, and I just have so many ideas of what I could do with that. They're just precious little things in person, you know, and they still haven't been actually decorated inside. I can put this. Maybe not so much. No. Everything looks so square. And I'm sorry I get quiet when I'm concentrating. Because collage is something. I like those dots on there. I do like those. Maybe I'll go with this and then decide where I want to put my something pink. I really have to start working in that journal. I've been making little pieces here and there, but that's not normally my process when I make a journal. So it sort of has me, like, I think it's, my mind can't operate that way when I'm making a journal. I normally go like page by page, and I'm trying to make elements that I can fit into the journal, you know, throughout the journal, and it's really sort of throwing me for a loop. So I'm going to have to take some time and start focusing on that. But I'll tell you, with this 100-day project, oh man, I have so many ideas and new things that I want to try, that it's hard for me to focus on making that journal. But nonetheless, I must give it a go. Did I have that all the way up? I definitely want to make sure I cover that house back there. I don't think it has to be. I think I'll bring that down a little. Well, Valentine's Day is this weekend, right? Yeah, Sunday. Yeah, Sunday. I need to make it. My husband loves chocolate. And we don't go all out for Valentine's Day. We were actually engaged on Valentine's Day, believe it or not. But we normally give each other something small. Mine's usually, my gift to him is usually a card and chocolate. And then normally I get flowers and a card. Which we always say, don't do anything. You know what I mean? We don't, just because it's Valentine's Day doesn't mean you have to do that stuff. But we always do. And I do because I'm scared he's going to, and then I'm going to feel like a complete heel not having something, you know, for him. But I would imagine that's probably the extent of our Valentines. Which isn't a bad thing. I'm not complaining. I know he loves me, and he knows I love him. And in all honesty, that's all that's important. I don't want to cover up those little dots up there. I like those little dots for whatever reason. You know how sometimes little things like that speak to you? Those dots are speaking to me. I started last night because I'm like, boy, we're almost to the middle of February. Easter's going to be coming up, and I wanted to make these little Easter, I guess they're sort of like totes, for a lack of a better term. Rachel at Roxy Creations, I have eyeballed and eyeballed and eyeballed the pattern she had for those because they are so cute. And I thought, boy, those might be really cute to make for the two smallest granddaughters. At least that's what I'm thinking of doing. I'm going to wait to put that. What else am I missing? Something with a bit of pink. That's going to be my fabric. A place. Oh, that piece of newspaper. A piece of newspaper, if I decide to use some of this. Let's see. Do I need it? I'm going to wait because this is technically newspaper and it's technically in German. So I'm killing two birds with one stone on that. But I just sort of want to play around, figure out where I want, maybe want my material. I want that in there. I like the way this looks next to the jelly print. I always find myself needing something else. Is that just too plain? And we're going to need something down here, aren't we? Let's see if this was smaller, if I would like it or not. Does it do anything? I think I'm going to rip that. I have my little Tim Holtz, what do you call them? I can't remember the name of them. Big Chat. That I may add a word. This isn't going to tear. Doesn't like to tear that way. Well, let's try to. That's not going to work, but that's all right. Maybe we'll put a word on this. Maybe, maybe not. Well, I like that there. And then I'll put a word on it, I think. This, do I have another piece of, I do have another piece of this. Do I want the same fabric up at the top? Or does it matter? I don't think it matters. I might be happy with this. Or am I going to... Because every time I think, okay, I can live with that, and then the next thing you know, I think I'm done, and I keep looking at it, and I'm like, oh, I don't like that, I don't like that, I don't like that. I might have torn my fabric too small now. It's alright, do I want this? Maybe I'll... I'm just folding this to see if I would rather see this color up here or not. I think I would. I think I would. I think I would. I'm going to try to tear this down. Then I'm probably going to need this square for that project I'm working on for the girls. Be like, I think I had 2 of those squares. Watching some videos. I don't know. Every night I watch videos, and usually in the morning when I'm having my coffee. And I saw a video by Yvonne Preston. She did some journal cards, and I just got inspired by that. And I thought, you know, I'm going to need some journal cards for that journal I'm working on. So maybe I'll do that tomorrow for my project. I don't know. My mind always changes. It's sort of like, I'd rather this be over. Okay. All right. So I'm going to use some of this. My mind always changes day by day because I get inspired to do one project and then I see something else that, and it's all of a matter of, I want to do it all, but it's like, it becomes picking out the thing I want to do the most, you know. That's why on this and on my hashtag and hashtag 52 tags by handmade or whatever, I force myself to get those 2 projects done because I want to see where I am with my collage at the end of the year, and I just love the idea of the fabric tags that we're doing on that. So those things I want to stay on top of. Basically force myself, not force because I enjoy doing both, but force myself to make sure every week I'm doing that. Because if I fall behind, there'll be no catching up. Not for me. I don't know if there was a book, Sew for the Soul book, that Anne did. And I started that way back when she started that project, and then I just sort of fell out. And I've been working on that in the evenings, like when we're watching television. And I've finished the first 3 pages. I'm working on the 4th page. I was sort of stuck on the 4th page for a couple nights. And last night I came up with an idea on something. And it's about the time I get really inspired, then my husband's like, are you ready to go to bed now? But I'm working on that every night because I do want to complete that. My husband, when he looks at those things, I showed him those mini journals. He's like, what do you do with those? What do you do with those? Everything has to have a specific purpose for him. I'm like, well, these are art journals. The pages need to be decorated. And you look at it. He's like, oh. I spent a lot of time on that. I know the video was an hour long, but I've probably invested over 4 hours, if not more. And I'm not complaining about it because I totally, yeah, I want to keep that up there. I should have, oh well. It's okay, I can't keep everything. Some things have to get covered. We'll put a word on this, I think. Leaning towards home. I consider, even though I've been in Rhode Island forever, Ohio, I consider my home. I've lived in, well, my childhood was spent in Southern California, but I was born in Ohio. And then when I was a junior in high school, my parents moved us back to Ohio. But that's where, like, all my mother's families, whoever's still alive, you know, my kids are there. 3 of my grandkids, cousins, that type of thing. They're all still there. And I go there a couple times a year, whenever I can. I haven't been there since last summer, which doesn't seem like all that long ago, but at the same time it seems like ages. Alright, and then I thought about putting, that seems it's a bigger word. I thought about the word home, but that word is, and I don't know if I want to use white or black. Sort of like it over here. Nope, I like it down at the bottom. I've determined that. I like it at the bottom. I don't know if I want it here. I think I'll put it on that side. And do I want it in white? Or do I want it in black? Decisions, I'm going to use the white. Just going to do it. I have a tendency to always go to the black. So I'm going to do something a little bit different and go for the white. Even though I'm going to distress the edges. Yep, better put some glue on the back of that. I don't think it's going to stand that material. And I don't want center of that. Okay. So that may be the quickest one I've ever done in my life. I think part of it is having the items available that you need to have in there. Let's see, something with a bit of pink, a place, a piece of newspaper, a form, text other than English, and an art scrap. So there you have it. There's my collage for the week. All right. I will be back tomorrow. Enjoy your Friday night, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. See you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.